Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to What's Up 373 and the fifth and torturous looking stage 5 of Vive la France. Yesterday was a nice little break of the routine for our riders. Very flat, often descending route. Managed to keep the pace high, bunches stay together, plenty of places to hide within a group. Today is pretty much the polar opposite of that. It's uphill from the very get-go. It doesn't look it on screen there, but I think it very quickly turns into about a 6% gradient. So that's what we've got to deal with. In fact, let me show you. There we go. It's Col d'Aubisque. I think that's how it's pronounced. Apologies if it's not. And yeah, it's uphill. Simple as that. 18 kilometres, 1,200 metres of climbing. One of my main rivals in GC, or who I'm thinking is one of my main rivals at the moment, Mr. Martin Prop, you can see just there, a couple of wheels ahead of me on screen. He managed to, in the last couple of stages, pull out a huge lead over me. I think he's actually got about 15 minutes. Those stages suited him, possibly more than this one does. But I do know if he gets a bit between his teeth, he can climb as well as the rest of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if he just grabs hold of my wheel, just stays with me, and then just destroys me towards the end. That's what I'd do if I was him. Right. I'm not going to waffle on this time. I'm so tired. I've got to keep this vlog really quick and short and relatively unedited because I've got no time after this to edit before doing some grown-up work and then jumping back on for stage 6, I suppose. So apologies, this one might be a little bit rushed, a little bit scrappy, but I'll do what I can. But for now, I'll shut up and I'll see you at the start. Okie dokie, 45 seconds to go. I've just spotted in the top corner there, we're starting on a 6.9% gradient, so like I say, a bit deceptive the way the road looks in front of me. That's going to hurt from the very first pedal stroke, so woo! Got Jan Decker right in front of me, Dave, Sorway, Martin Prop there. I can see R Stones here, T Adams, Eiglin. It looks like another really big turnout. I think there were 100 plus riders again in this start pen. I can see Stuart Woodsell there. Excellent stuff. Like I say, my focus really is Martin Prop until we get going and I start seeing all the other names that I've added to my list recently. And we are getting going in 2, 1, boom! Off we go. Have a good one, everyone. I have power but no cadence. Why do I have no cadence? I've had this before, but that was a Bluetooth issue. Okay. Go. Alright, looks like I'm rocking again. To be honest, if that was going to happen on any stage, I'm not fussed it's this one. For a much slower start. And straight away, obviously, we've got Jan Decker leading the field. Talking of names I was hoping to discover, Mr. Guthrie. I can see his name just up there, 30 metres ahead of me. I had a brilliant race with Peter in the last hilly race. Really good fun. And I managed to just nick it at the end. But it was a real hard chase for a long time. So that's great to see him here. I'm hoping our battle rages on for the remaining 16 stages. Look who's there, the lurker. How wide? Just 30 metres behind. Every single race creeps up behind me. Mr. Guthrie, we're just about to join forces with him and not sure who that is with him. We shall soon find out, but it's brilliant to be reacquainted on course. Here we go. D. Martin is the other rider. No, it's not. Sorry, it's Kay Reilly. Reilly also. That was another one I was chasing towards the end of that stage. A slight change to what I've been doing on previous stages. I'm not going to focus on the front of the race as much. I will obviously try and keep an eye on it, but I need to be a little bit more concentrated on my own race for starters. But just try and keep an eye on some of the midfield guys as well. Guthrie giving me a cheeky wave there. race. Jan Decker, Gonzalez, Paradanes, Ed Laverak's back in for the fight in the mountains competition. Great to see. So my bunch here still: Chalkley, Guthrie, myself, Prop, Hailing, I think that is, and I think we're about to be joined by Hal Y. And if I read it rightly, Anne, yes, Anne's there, and I'm going to put my neck out and say that's Anne S from WKG. Superb to see you in the race, Anne. A couple just further back as well in this shot. Can't quite make out the names yet. I think Hal is one of them, and someone else on his wheel. Decker still leading, Paradanes, Gonzalez, Laverak. Strasser here, Stracer, catching up with us. Go on, man, come jump on our bunch. There you go, there, he's getting there. Good man. Gil not far behind. Paul likewise. There we go. Strasser's in the group. Good man. So here we go with, we've got others here actually. Yeah, we got, so Gil's in this gap up ahead of Finkelst. Finkelst. I'm sorry. With Paul just behind. We'll be able to see. Yeah, Paul and Mills. Right there. Mr. Steve Clark. Wow. Group ride royalty in the house, ladies and gentlemen. So good to see you, man. Dragging along our Grant. And just a little bit further back, El Kilberg, 185 metres. Let's go and see Mr. and Mrs. Kilberg. There we go. Rocking the FTJ kit. Nice. Keeping an eye up front. Still Decker, Paradanes, Laverick. Now A Glasgow in the mix. Then we have S Murray coming back here into 90th. What's the gap there? About 150 metres. Yeah. You know, I keep seeing the graffiti on the roads. I have yet to see my name in all the races I've done. Mainly because I've got terrible vision anyway. I think I'm just not focusing, I'm not concentrating enough. But I seem to spot other people's. I better quickly get back to me. Yeah, still with Anne, Martin and Hal. Strasser went straight through, good job. Likewise, who else were we with? Reilly, I think, was with us. But I'm not sure he is anymore. Let's just zoom out. Yeah. Just us four. So we have Sanika also just being passed by Strasser. This is some child. By Mr. Strasser here. There's Reilly. He has caught up with D. Martin and Maria Trilk. Great to see Maria. I know she's a climber. This course will suit her well. I will obviously try to destroy her if I get any chance. She is on my hit list, but that's never worked too well for me in the past. So D. Martin, M. Trilk, and then G. Paling, another one that's managed to break free from our group. I haven't seen Guthrie. Has he really taken off? If so, that is impressive, man. Next up, Zed Sprocket and T. Chalkley. Chalkley now just closed in on A. Robertson and past A. Robertson. Good job, man. Right, let's just go home for a second. Yeah, still there. This is very conservative, but we have a long way to go, and it's all up. Decker's got a bit of a break now over both Paradanes and Laverick. Glasgow's dropped back another 50 metres or so, I think, from those guys up at the front of the race. loving these switchbacks. Just has old Finkel, or whatever, again apologies, joins our little group up here where myself, Hal White and Anne have made a little bit of a break. I'm hoping to close in on Maria Trilk, who's 85 metres ahead, with D Martin in between, and join forces. There we go, we have contact with Mr. Martin. Up front, Jan Dekker still in the lead. Looks like he's got maybe 200 metres on Laverack, and Paradanes, Glasgow another 200 metres behind. Should I say Glasgow or Glasgow? I can see, well, it's probably Scottish. I don't think they have a Scottish flag in RGT yet. So I think I'll pronounce it Glasgow. O'Finkel's just blasted away. Great kick. Maria 60 metres ahead now. And O'Finkel's the man in that gap. Alright, halfway banner. Nice to see, but I do know the gradient gets worse the higher up this climb you go. So it might be half in distance, certainly won't be halfway in time. Hal's made the bridge to Maria. I'm gonna have to try and join that bridge. Bridge that gap. Hoping Anne comes with me. Yeah, looks like she will. Good stuff. There we go. We have made contact with, this is Maria Trilk, one of the heroes from yesterday's race. Her and Caroline Winters. That was one for the strong power guys. Otherwise, it was just going to be a very long slog in the saddle. And Maria and Caroline did a very admirable job. As always, getting here is one thing. Staying with this bunch now is an altogether different thing that I often struggle with. Change of lead at the front. That 200 metre gap has been pulled back by Laverack and Paradanes. Laverack's taking the lead. Looks like Paradane's just gone past Dekker as well. And I wonder if these guys can take it to Laverack, the British hill climb champion. Okay, here is your race leader. It's got 125 metres now over Dekker and Paradanes. Glasgow a further 800 metres back. Sorry, Glasgow. Let's go down, pick up some other bunches. Here we go. We've got Melville, Adams and Fernandez taking up 6th, 7th and 8th spot. Behind them we've got Stone, 400 metres back. Thompson, 600 metres back. There is Stone. And Giles Blundred right there in the top 10 at the moment, just about. Next up we have Gonzalez, Rowbottom, Brian Roden, 13th. Great job, Brian. Go on, man. You're the mountain goat. Go and do it. Then we have Gray, Hamilton, Smedley right behind Hamilton. Then Simons, G. De Cristo, Shepherd, a very recognisable name now from these races. Next up we have Reed, Allsop not far behind Reed's wheel. Then we have Hayes with Iker, Ryan's draft. Not that you get much draft at 8.7%, to be truthful. Next up, Texera, followed by Alex and our very own Jamie Woodward. Great going, Jamie. Right, on Jamie's wheel. Begin, or Gin, with Brenner and Ogilvy locked together. Just a few bike lengths further back. Then we jump back to Armitage and Mr. RGT, John by the way. Got 16 metres over Reuter, wearing the wicked looking Atticus Internationals kit. I do like that design, looks very good. Then we have Krajewski, Slater. Oh, Rotman's hip problems. Oh no, but that could be a benefit to Mr. Peter Wilson here, who has R-Flow in his wheel. Kevin Wilshire, just off the back of that. Let's keep an eye on this one. Looks like I got back to the front just in time to see Ed Laverett to the line. 200 metres to go. He's got a 400 metre lead over Decker. He's got about another 250 over Paradanes. That looks like your finishing order. Wow, that's fast. 48 minutes and something. Holy moly. Well done, man. All right, back to me. Good job, dude. Watching old Finkelst catch and pass Oxusoglu. Again, 1,000 apologies, but that's a great ride by AO. He did a great job. I'm dropping off the bunch now that I'm with. They're holding kind of my FTP, to be honest, and I can't keep doing that. But 6k to go. I know it reaches 10-11% at some point. I'm going to have to just try and ride my power, not worry about these guys. Steve Clogg is closing up on me from the pack, just 290 metres behind. Oh man, I'm never going to live that down, am I? Jesus. Now, going to see Mr. Clogg appear in the little screen in the corner there, and you'll see a grown man cry when that happens. I'm not going to take it well, I'll be honest. There we go. It's going to give a wave as well, isn't he? There he goes. Well done, Steve. hell comes into the last 400 metres. Sorry, there's not been any talking in this one. It's just hell. This last couple of kilometres been horrendous. 11% for a long stint, which is now making this 9% section that I'm on feel a lot easier. I am catching Watson, which is quite nice to be catching someone rather than being passed. Glenn is not that far behind me, likewise Gill, and then Robertson, Mills, Martin, Prop, I think. I'm in the last 200. I put the camera on Martin, who I think is about 800-900 metres further back. But obviously I want to keep an eye on the time here. This has been brutal. I think I say that after every course, every stage. But yeah, this is just plain nasty. It's just getting worse and worse and worse as you go up. I need those rest days. On Monday, first rest day. What are we on? Thursday. I'm planning something for the rest day. I'm going to try and do a special What's Happened show, hopefully live, where I'll run through the stages we've had, have a look at the next week's stages, have a closer look at the table for both at the front and the mini fights that are building throughout the field, try and get a clear picture of exactly what the status is in the overall race. Oh, it's the first bit of flat. Oh, it's not flat at 4.5%. Ah, boom, done. Luckily I put that camera on Martin so we can keep watching him come in. Right, so he's just over a kilometre out. Well done those guys that were around me. I just could not keep that pace, and you actually must have measured it absolutely spot on, because you held those watts from what I could see from start to finish. No wavering, no letting off. Brilliant stuff. That was Maria, Howe. Who else was in that group? Oh, and Robertson. Was Robertson in there, I think? Then obviously Steve Clogg destroyed me. I've never done anything like this, I don't think. This many consecutive really hard races. Roll on the flat week, if there is one. I know it's not next week anyway. Yes, this is a Sleeping Beauty beach towel that I'm using. So, let's go and check that top 10 while we watch Martin come in. We saw Laverick won it from Decker. What was it in the end? A minute and 9 seconds. And Decker beat Paradanes by 15 seconds, roughly. No, what am I talking about? A minute and 15 seconds. Then a couple of minutes further back, at Glasgow. Then Jay Melville, Ez Fernandez. Whoa, where's that going? Have I missed someone coming in? Oh dear. Oh yeah, of course, there were people between me and Martin. Sorry guys. So Fernandez, Adams, Stone, Thompson and Gray, your top 10. Great stuff guys. Well done Thompson. That was, you were quite a bit further back when I last saw you, so that must have been a really strong kick. Then we have Blundred, Roden, Gonzalez, Smedley, Rowbottom, Simons, Hamilton, De Cristo, Sheppers, Allsop, Reed, Hayes, Woodward, Armitage, Iker, Ogilvy, Alex, Ginn, By the Way, Krajewski, Reuter, Texera, Wiltshire, Brenner, Slater, Batute, who was in my group yesterday and just put up a brilliant effort to break away, and was fighting against 4 other guys who were giving it a right good go, but he managed to stay away for a while, but inevitably was brought back, only to then drop me again, so well done. Then we have Stuart Woodsale, Rickaby, Griffin, Russell, Catherine D, Rotmans, Barman, Rudolph, Rayfield, great stuff Darren, Castaneda, Strozer, Wilson, Peter Wilson, nice one. Paling, Chalkley, Strenstrom, Sigsworth, Zed Sprocket, great to see Zed Sprocket, just ahead of Keith D. What was that? 16 seconds. Good stuff. Well done, Keith, also. Feely, Finkles, who we saw destroy me way back. Mr. Dave Sawway. Good job, man. I should be looking at the times of these. I mean, I think... do you know what? Pickles, I think, put money on me to do less than an hour and a half. I can't tell if I have yet. I'm 55 seconds out. Sorry, Pickles. I couldn't dig any more than that. Right, where do we get up to? So, Sawway, Vero, Geddes, Morgan, Oxazoglu, Sciortino, How Wyatt, and Steve Clogg, Robertson, Trilk. Great, that was that little bunch I was with. Well done, all of you guys. And Mr. Steve Newton, excellent stuff. Managed to get another few minutes on me. Doing a really, really good job here. It's going to be a case of who maintains this for the next 16 stages. D Racer, good job. Paul Trilk, Kay Reilly, myself, I Watson, I Glenn, Argill, A Robertson, D Mills has just come in. So Martin must be very close. And there he is. Is that Martin? No, no, he's not quite at the line yet. Who's that that's just coming in? That would be... Whoa. Oh, it's a different Martin. That's D Martin. I'm waiting for Martin Prop. There we go. I think this is Martin now. Yeah, he's in the hoardings. See him on the little screen. There he comes. In the background. Chapeau, dude. That's a solid effort. You are my star of the day. You have a frame for power and sprinting, not for climbing up bloody 10% gradients for 18 kilometres. Awesome stuff, man. But I do need to check the time to see how much I pulled back. Right, okay, so about 8 minutes. Well, let's say 7 minutes. This is making it really nip and tuck with the mixture of stages we still got to come. Martin and myself are balancing each other out pretty much on the time, so he's still got an edge on me. But obviously, I know we've got a couple of fast stages, but we've got some very big mountain stages still to come. So exciting stuff. Right, guys, well done everybody for even thinking about taking that on. It's a bloody hard stage, especially coming after 4 previously very hard stages. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. Thank you all for watching. I'm sure I've forgotten something important I need to say. If I remember, I'll put it in tomorrow's vlog. See you then.